The Emil 1951 is one of the best Tier 8 heavies in the game. It's mobile, going in at a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour. It has great turret armor, 10 degrees of gun depression, and a gun that has over 280 millimeters of APCR pen. It's gonna butter through any Tier 9 opponents, even some of the strongest ones like E75s. But there's a bit of a disadvantage for the Emil 1951, and that is it's a premium tank, and it's going to cost you 10,000 gold if you wanted to get your hands on this vehicle, compared to the tank we're going to be playing in today's video, the Emil I, a tech tree vehicle, which means it is absolutely free. And man, there are some major advantages over the Emil 1951 in the Emil I. What are they? Well, first of all, you have more turret armor, and it's not like a little bit more armor, you have a lot more turret armor, 20 millimeters to be exact. And that's 20 millimeters on flat ground. If you're using the 10 degrees of gun depression this vehicle carries, that's more like 50 millimeters when you're fully hull down. You actually have a lot of strength. Hull down on Emil 1s, you'll go up against Tier 9, Tier 8 tank destroyers and not really be super worried about being penned, compared to the Emil 1951 where, yeah, a Tier 8 TD like the Scorpion G will butter right through your turret. As well, you can run enhanced sandbag armor, which means you get more hit points at 1960 instead of the 1800 that you have on the Emil 1951. You also have super speed boost, which not only lets you go forwards at 40-ish kilometers per hour, but as well you can go reverse at 30, which is insane. You could run reticle calibration if you wanted to. There are some major advantages and disadvantages between both of these tanks, but the big one is that this tank's free. So no matter how many advantages the Emil 1951 would have, this tank is free, which means that all of you can get your hands on it. And if you've not played the Emil 1 in a while, or even ever tried it out, grounded, I highly would suggest you do. This is still probably one of the best Tier 8s in the game. It just feels so comfortable to play this tank. Even in a really, really bad matchup, it is so easy to get a great game out in it. So what do we have up against us? We got an AMX 5100, Carnarvon, Indian Panzer, 047, we got a P44 Pantera, SG-152, and a Tiger 1. Now, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do here. I'm hoping that my team sticks with me. I'm obviously using my speed boost early on in this game to get in the position very quickly. And one thing you'll notice right out of the beginning of this game is how small the Emils are. I mean, that's an E25, one of the smallest Tier 7s in the game, and smallest tanks in the game, and my tank's not a whole lot larger. I mean, sure, I'm taller, but width-wise, I'm probably even less on width. It's insane. These tanks are very light, and it is a great thing about the Emils is that you're very hard to actually shoot, and you also have some pretty strong armor. So there's a Pantera, one nice shot into the side of his tank. We're going to go for 2 shots into his tank, and 3 shots. Sure, that Pantera might take 670 off me, but I just took 900 off of that player. So yeah, it was definitely worth a bit of my hit points to literally clear a full health Tier 8. And now I'm just going to reload. 8 more seconds left and we will have a full clip ready for the rumbling once again. Below us we got tanks like the Tiger and the AMX, but right now I'm being a bit cautious. I want to shoot this SU-152 if the guy pokes, but we also have like the 047 off to the side, so some weird stuff going on right now. I'm going to aim in on this 047. If this guy tries to run away, we should be able to get a pretty easy shot in, but I don't really know what I want to do. Yeah, that 047 is just aiming at me, so I'm going to push over towards the AMX 5120, or 100, and let's get some shells into his tank. So there's one HE shell for 424. There is a second HE, and oh man, Tiger, why you gotta block me, my guy? Oh my, this guy's terrible. Oh my, Tiger, you gotta not, my guy. There you go, easy HE. That guy really wanted to ruin my fun. BR Elite, yes, very skilled. Well, right now, there's not much really going on. We've already dealt 2,000 damage. The enemy team's up on 2 base caps, but we are up a lot on kills. So, it's kind of back and forth. We got the Indian Panzer off to the side. We know that the 047 was somewhere back here. Right now, I'm just going to pull over this and get 1 shell into the Indian, maybe a second shell reload. No, not a second shell out, but not too bad anyway. We know where the 047 is, somewhere off to the side over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start pushing. Maybe the guy's still camping back here. The world may never know until we poke around this corner. So we're going to find out. Speed is key. Come on, let's go. And 047, hello, are you still here? I don't think he is, because I feel like I would have been detected. I'm just going to double check this bush. Oh, yep, there he is. Okay, let's get a shot into the side. Boom, there you go. And now we're going to reload, although we could have actually gotten a second shell in. It's not too bad because, yeah, whatever. Who cares? Not the end. Let's continue pushing up. Now, this is where definitely the Emil 1951 would feel a lot better. The slow mobility of this tank is not great at all. So, yeah, I've got to slowly make my way into position while this 047 most likely clears what is my player. And, yeah, continues slowly making my way into position. Now, that 047 looks like he might be able to try to capture our base. So, if that guy's going to try and do that, I'm going to purposely drive over here. We have the SU-152 off to the side. Maybe we can get a shell in. And a kaboom! There you go. Easy shot into the SU-152. And with that, well, the 047, not really sure where this guy's going. I actually have no clue. I mean, our teammate's doing okay here, but, yeah, I don't know what to think of this battle right now. Looks like the 047 drove away, so I'm just gonna push up. We're gonna use our speed boost because we are very quickly losing base capture points, which is obviously not what I want. So yeah, let's push over here. Speed is obviously key. Maybe we can get an HE shell into the Carnarvon. There you go. Nice HE finishing him off. And with that, we are getting base capture points back up because we're capturing base A. This guy, I don't know what he's doing. I'm not even going to bother reloading my clip. I might get one shell out, but at this point, we're already up to 860 on base capture. Base B, I'm not really too worried about. So, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty easy win. You clearly saw, just in this battle alone, where the gun on the Emil I is great. I mean, sure, it was nerfed a bit on its dispersion so many ages ago, but it's not like it really hurt the tank. The main advantage of this vehicle was turret armor. It's the first clipper really that was introduced into the game, the whole first clipper line into the game that actually had armor. And that's the thing that I love about the Emils and the Kranvang, is that you can actually feel comfortable sitting hull down, using your armor, bouncing shells, and completely eradicating hit points on the enemy team. So there you go, 3,300 damage dealt. I mean, that's tier 10 levels of damage that we just dealt in that tier 8 game. Here we are loading into our second battle. This took quite a bit of time to load in, which was surprising, judging that I'm not in platoon, and there were like 40 other tier 8s in queue. But oh well, we're going to see what we can do here. What do we have up against us? We got a 53 TP, KV4, M6 experimental for heavies. When it comes to tank destroyers, oh boy, ISU, not my favorite tank to fight, especially because the ISU can literally butter through my turret like no tomorrow. Now, what I'm going to do in this situation is I'm going to try and get right down into the dip, hopefully get hull down towards base B. If the enemy drives in on me, then oh well, I guess that's the end of my tank. But I think that if we can do this, it'll be really, really good. I got plenty of penetration to work this, so here we go. Get hull down. Now, the M6 experimental does have some really, really good penetration, so I gotta be a little careful from a tank like that. But we also got like the 53 TP off to the side, and there's one shell into his tank. Let's go for 2 shells, even though that guy absolutely slapped me there. Let's get that third shell out. Easy, easy, easy. And there you go. That's 963 hit points off of a full health tier 8. We just brought a full health tank more than half of his health off. I mean, it's insane how quickly you can destroy a hit point pool with a tank like the Emil I. And then we just chill, we reload, and we poke it again. So I bled 400 health to deal over double 400. Now we got like the M6 over here. Now the M6 isn't the one I'm worried about. It's that ISU back there. So we're going to aim in a shell. There's one shot into the ISU. Let's go for 2 shells into the ISU and a 3. There you go. That is all of the ISU taken out. And again, I didn't bleed any health for it. I mean, I don't really know what that guy's doing. Clearly, he has a bit of the skill issue. But either way, we're reloading here. 12 more seconds left, and we should be able to get some nice damage out. I really love this camouflage on this tank. I remember when I was playing ratings for the IS-6 Fearless, and I specifically played this tank the most just so I could get the camo on it. I didn't even care about anything. Okay. Well, let's try that again. Let's go for a shot a little lower. You can see that fine red line there that I hit. So if I'd aimed a bit lower, it most likely would not have bounced. So that was just a bit of my fault there. Skill issue on my own part. But we're doing pretty good. We're already up to 2,500 damage. And again, I've bled 400 health. It's just that easy to do damage in this tank. So, yeah, reloading again. We've got 5 more seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's get some shells into the KV4. Now, I can't really pen him there, so let's go for that lower plate. There's 1 shot into the lower plate, although now we can actually go through the side. So there's 2 shells and 3. There you go. I mean, we're already over 3,000 damage. And again, literally zero effort has been put into this game. 3,400 damage dealt. Sure, my team's not doing great. I mean, they're not doing bad, but they're definitely not doing great either. We're just going to chill here. We're going to reload. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this game. This Tiger 2 is probably going to get a shell out into this guy. Hopefully he does. And there you go. Tiger gets the shell out. And boop. Thank you very much for your hit points. And we got like the E25 over here. So, oh my. Yeah, that guy just got absolutely badonkered. Let's start reloading our clip already. It's a 4 versus 2. And in this situation, I mean, I'm not even worried. There is not a single doubt in my mind that this will be one of the easiest games I've played. Oh no, the SP1C, he's shooting at me, what will I do? Oh wait, he didn't kill me. Well, T95E2 cleared one of my teammates, and the SP is running away. Now that guy might try and run down here. I think that's what he might do, so I'm going to purposely go this way. I'm not sure, really, because obviously I'm not the fastest of tanks, and I have to outsmart my enemies if I want to get away. But there you go, there's the SP. So I had a feeling this guy would come somewhere over towards this area. And what we're going to do is, right now we'll go for the T95E2. I mean, this guy's a pretty easy clear, and kaboom, thank you very much for your hit points. Then all we got left is the SP1C over towards this side, and yeah, the SP's really not going to do much. I mean, even though the shark is absolutely stuck, I really doubt he's going to do much. Boom! There you go, underneath the shark. We finished him off, and there you have it. Easiest game, just like that. Yeah, there's really not much to say. I mean, I don't even have much to say. This was a 4,000 damage game. It was a mastery. And you can do this really in any game if you play in Emil 1. It's not like this is out of the ordinary. Today, just alone, let me pull up my statistics in the tank so we can see how we're doing in it. So let's go to Blitz stars. You guys can all see it. Today, and, no, that's tier 10. Tier 8, so let's go heavies. The Emil, I'm going 3,300 average damage with an 85% win rate. If that doesn't really say anything I need to, then there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolutely busted tank, and yeah, it's probably one of my favorite tier 8s till this day in the game. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Don't spend your money on the Emil 1951. Play the Emil 1, and yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.